Hello guys, what's up? Welcome to my tech review. Today, we're gonna review two phones, which is iPhone X and Vivo S1. So this is iPhone X. It's being designed and being produced by Apple Inc. and it's released on September 2017. And this phone is actually being released alongside with iPhone 8 and iPhone 8 Plus at the Apple Theater for Steve Jobs Memorial. Meanwhile, this is Vivo S1. It's actually being produced and released by Vivo Inc. It's very famous alongside China customer, and it's actually a very decent phone with a very good price. So let's go through the comparison that I'm gonna do now. So now we're gonna do a comparison for the screen. For Vivo S1, the screen is slightly bigger than iPhone X. This is because for Vivo S1, the screen is actually 6.38 inch, meanwhile for the iPhone X, the screen is actually just 5.8 inch. But between the screen performance, actually iPhone X holds a great fit in performance because it's actually used a Bionic chip, and meanwhile Vivo S1 just uses a Snapdragon chip, which is actually more weaker than iPhone X. But for browsing or reading, it's actually preferable to use Vivo S1 because it's very big screen actually, and it's more pleasing experience on bigger screen when you do watching a movie or do a reading or anything else that involves your eyes movement. But for iPhone X, it's not really bad actually, because whatever you do is still very large, and in terms of performance is very fast. Now let's go through the review of the size. For iPhone X, the size is actually slimmer than Vivo S1. This is because iPhone X is sized around 7.7mm, and meanwhile Vivo S1 is 8.1mm. So if you want slimmer product, you should choose iPhone X because it's actually very slimmer and lighter compared to Vivo S1. Now if we talk about the design, iPhone X actually contains a very good design compared to Vivo S1. If you want to know why, it's actually because iPhone X holds a glass screen at the back and in the front. So it means like it's full glass and aluminum coated around side the phone. Meanwhile for the Vivo S1, the glass is only in front, and meanwhile at the back it's only used plastic cover, and yeah, it's like a very cheap product compared to iPhone X. This is actually plastic and this is actually a glass, so that's whole different. Now let's compare for the performance. So now I opened a game called PUBG Mobile, which is a very common game among people nowadays. So let's talk about the display first. As you can see, this is for iPhone X and this is for the Vivo S1. So for the display for Vivo S1 is actually using Super AMOLED capacitive touchscreen with 60 million colors. Meanwhile for iPhone X, it's actually use Super Retina OLED capacitive touchscreen with 60 colors too. But the difference between these two phones actually, for iPhone X, is actually support HDR with Dolby Vision, wide color gamut, 3D touch, True Tone, and a lot more. That's explain why iPhone X is better in terms of the display. And meanwhile, for the Vivo S1, you can see there's a flashy or like a wavy display, right? This is because it's worse than iPhone X actually. So now let's compare for the chipset and the RAM. For iPhone X, actually use A11 Bionic chipset, which is a very popular chipset being produced by the Apple Inc. And as you can see, when I'm playing the game, it's very smooth. There's no frame lags, there's no frame drops, and as you can see, it also supports gyroscopic movement, which is very great. As you can see here, when I tilt my phone, the game screen also tilted, which allow my rotation.
and the screen is very clear too, which is very great. And if we talk about the RAM, actually for iPhone X, it only has hexa-core 2.39 GHz RAM, which is very good compared to Vivo S1. So now let's go to Vivo S1 and see how the performance will look. This is Vivo S1. Vivo S1 uses chipset called MediaTek MT6768 Helio P65, which is actually being designed and created by the Android company itself, not by Vivo. And as you can see, there will be like a mount. As you can see, there will be some amount of lags and frame drops if you go to war or something. When there's like a lot of memory need to be taken, it will become more lagging and it's not really smooth compared to iPhone X. And the screen is not very clear and it doesn't support any gyroscopic movement, as you can see, because this phone doesn't have that features. And if you want to play games, I would say that iPhone X is better compared to this phone, since iPhone X use a better chipset and have a better screen and better. So now let's compare the selfie camera. For Vivo S1, the selfie camera is 32 megapixel, and for iPhone X, the selfie camera is 7 megapixel only. But there's difference between these two phones. Actually, iPhone X, even though it got lower megapixel, actually contain a good biometric and face sensor compared to Vivo S1. So as you can see, for iPhone X, it's more yellowish compared to Vivo S1. Vivo S1 gives me this unnatural color look compared to iPhone X, because my screen is not really white as it shows here in Vivo S1. So if you want to compare to a color reality, like a color tone, actually iPhone X win in this competition. So now let's compare these two phone battery life. So for iPhone X, it actually uses just 27,000 mAh of battery life with lithium ion. And meanwhile for Vivo S1, it's very higher compared to iPhone X. Actually, it's contain like 4,700 of mAh battery life. But the thing is, for the battery life capacity, Vivo S1 gonna win this competition. Okay, now let's talk about the price. For iPhone X, the price is around 1,800 ringgit, and meanwhile for the Vivo S1, the price is around 1,200 ringgit only. But the iPhone S is actually very good compared to Vivo S1, because in terms of performance, chip is better, and camera too. So that's conclude my review. Thank you for watching my video for this comparison between iPhone X and Vivo S1. So I hope you best of luck in choosing your phone.